Hey friends, I am starting a new series. I will finish my composition art journal series really soon, but I've already started a few pages in this big square book, and I came across this picture of somebody's page in my Facebook group, and it just looks like fun to me to do the whole like collage and then reverse, fill in the negative space drawing. So I'm going to do kind of an inspiration, almost a copycat page, and I'm going to start with just some scrapbook paper to collage the back. And since I know that these colors and patterns are going to show through on part of my page, I wanted to make sure that they all kind of coordinated and went for the color scheme that I was looking for. So it's springtime and I'm very much into spring colors right now. And so that's how I'm starting, just with these wonderful, beautiful colors. And I didn't take a picture of how I laid it out, so I just kind of cut and pieced everything together. And then once I started Mod Podging, I kind of made it up as I went along. So I grabbed some Posca markers that are kind of in the same spring color background and wanted to build up my back base layer a little bit more. So I'm just doodling and adding some splashes of color. Sometimes the Posca markers kind of flow a little too much, so I just use it to splatter some paint. And start with some doodle, and then I'm going to do some stenciling. I mean, I do want my base layer, that the scrapbook paper, to show through, but I want to add a little bit more detail and texture to the underlayer. Okay, now I'm going to start drawing my outlines of my artwork, with keeping in mind that I want big pockets of space because I'm going to be filling in the negative space with a solid color. So I'm doing flowers and kind of going a little bit off of my example page here. And just so you know, I do ask anytime I am using someone else's art as inspiration, I ask their permission to put it on my channel here. So Willow gave me permission to show her artwork and kind of show how I am borrowing and imitating some of her style. And yeah, so I mean, I love her little birds and I love some of her flowers. So yeah, I do a lot of imitation. I'm basically a hacker. So, feel free to borrow any of my ideas that usually probably came from somebody else's ideas. I do occasionally have like legit original ideas, but I like inspiration. I like being able to look at somebody else, something that I like already, and go, yeah, I'm going to try that. So, lots of so's. So I'm not really a perfectionist. I am too lazy and impatient to be a perfectionist. So I'm noticing as I'm filling in with my paintbrush the negative space of my drawings that I am not quite perfectly going between the lines, but I'm kind of overlapping a little bit here and there. And I thought, well, I can wait till it dries and then go back over with my purple Posca marker and redefine the outlines. But I kind of like it this way. So sometimes I like that almost childlike simplicity of imperfection. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I am going to re-outline just a little bit of the lines that almost are invisible, but for the most part, I'm just going to leave it alone and I'm going to let it be what it is. So I found this page extremely satisfying to create, and even as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, there's just something really satisfying about it. But okay, so I see that circle over there on the left that's a window to the cover. I wish I would have planned a little bit better. As I got going on the page, I forgot that there's going to be a window to look through, and it doesn't look terrible. I'm going to do a similar effect on the cover, but it's not going to frame perfectly like a flower or something like that. So, note to self, oh well. So I hope you enjoyed watching my process. Thanks again to Willow, and I will put a link down to my Facebook group below if you want to join us. It's a really fun, constructive, encouraging group. And I hope that you're inspired to go make some art.